Hello, we are the Opale team and would like to show you how one small group created an alternate version of Paris, full of wonders and dangers. Our concept started with the massive flood in 1910 in Paris. We asked ourselves, what if the water had never gone away?
Designing a famous historical city transformed by a flood presented several challenges. We worked on key monuments and typical boulevards to keep Paris recognizable. At the same time, we developed an alternative cityscape, creating the city that could have been. The mood was important. We wanted the deserted poor neighborhood to feel forbidding and unsafe, so the sequence has tall buildings that create massive shadows that drove the character.
Building an entirely new city of Paris required a multitude of assets. For that, we chose a procedural approach. I developed a setup in Houdini based on Vex to generate buildings that I could control and vary as needed. We drew maps with basic shapes and it generated the buildings with more or fewer details depending on the shots. To optimize the memory and make the work more fluid, we exported the geometries as point clouds and used them as support for instancing. I automated the import-export tasks using Python scripts.
Vincent and I created some of the big and costly environments, like the establishing shot. The trickiest shot was where the camera slowly comes down from the sky to the bottom of the deserted street. I optimized this shot by using a base geometry with multi-map projection in Nuke to add details where needed.
The shot where Claire leaves the Arc de Triomphe was quite complex. The city stretches all the way to the horizon line, so I rendered single frames and projected them on low poly geometries with multiple cameras.
For the poor neighborhood, we changed our approach to each asset because the buildings are nearer to the camera than in the previous shots. I created a kit bash to add more details to the building. For the shading, we used a procedural pass of seamless texture that I created in Photoshop and Designer. Then we adjusted with another pass of projected textures.
The cable car is an essential element, a hero asset that allows us to discover the entire city. In fact, the cable car model is not just a prop, it also functions as a set, so it had to work both for zoomed out and close-up shots. I did the modeling and the look dev based on Léopold's concept. I detailed only the visible parts, creating high poly versions in ZBrush that I reapplied in Maya using displacement maps.
I used Houdini's flip solver to create the wave that floods the poor neighborhood. I decided to add VEC the high-resolution simulation using the velocity fields of the low-resolution particles. This let me fix inconsistent behavior between the high-res and the low-res. In order to recreate the look of filthy water from the Seine river, I added rigid bodies interactions and floating debris.
We wanted the viewer to share Claire's emotions and discoveries, so I revealed the city through Claire's eyes with smooth camera movements and wide angles.
Another key aspect for Claire was finding the right balance between realism and stylization to avoid the uncanny valley effect. So I took pictures of fabric and body elements to guide me as I textures Claire's clothes and skin in Mari and ZBrush.
Animating Claire was a delicate task. She's fragile, yet determined, but also curious and vibrant. We worked with experienced acting students to obtain precise references to create Claire's subtle facial expressions, such as bewilderment and wonder.
As a specialist, my job was to match my animation style to Ilies and to adapt Claire's body mechanics and her expressions to the references we had chosen to show how she reacts to each new environment.
This year was a deep learning experience for all of us. We hope that you enjoyed this movie as much as we did making it.